Natural 20, and we're back. Guys, today is the first episode of our 5e retro solo play. Before we get started in the adventure, which was very awesome, I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's following up right after this. I want to talk about some of the issues that I came up with trying to convert 5e into a retro game. There are 0 hex generation rules in 5e. So I'll have to go to first edition to solve this problem. There is no random dungeon encounters in 5e. So I'll need to generate my own tables, which is something that I like to do anyway, but I'll need to generate some of my own tables to resolve this issue, or maybe go online. Maybe there's some really good ones there. The gold is XP absolutely works. It is awesome. Every time you encounter somebody, you want to loot them. You're always checking their pockets. It's a little bit of a gamble every time, and you're excited. It's fun. But we are going to be playing with 3 heroes, one of which is a PC, a fighter, and the other 2 are assistants. We have Alianora and Hugi helping out Sir Holgar. They are going to be going on an adventure that we will generate from the 5th edition Dungeon Master's Guide, and you can see that in just a moment. The only other thing that I would say about doing 5e as a retro game is we needed to adjust the torchlight versus the speed. So since there is no dungeon turn in 5e, we're going to make the torches burn faster, so that way light is always scarce and they need to be very aggressive in their movement and not dawdle around for too long, or they're going to run out of light. So aside from that, we are going to be using some wilderness hex. There are some hex encounters and weather generating tables that Crafty Matt, thank you Crafty, provided for the channel. So he has improved the videos already. Thank you, sir. But yeah, we're going to be using all that in the coming weeks. But for now, let's get started on the first episode. Okay, let's get started then with creating our dungeon goal, our first quest of the new campaign. Let's roll it up. We've got a 16 on the chart that says discover why a villain is interested in the dungeon. Okay, so maybe a little bit of reconnaissance, right? Okay, so we're going to be getting in there, we're going to be fighting some stuff, but really we need to uncover the secrets that this villain is going to be hiding, or what it is that he's searching for. So over here, we're going to get like a general idea of what this guy is going to be. Let's roll a d20 for that one as well. Adventure villain. 4 on the chart says it's a dragon bent on domination and plunder. Oh yeah. Okay, so we've already got our main villain. It is a dragon. Since we are level 1, obviously we cannot fight an adult dragon or some, an ancient dragon. But what we could fight is one of the wyrmlings, right? One of the low level guys. So we've got, let's say since Sir Holgar is a lawful good character, we are going to be going up against some kind of chaotic dragon. So that's one of the chromatics. I think there's 5, so we will roll a d6, and if there is a 6, we'll just re-roll. We have a 2. Okay, so I think it's black, blue. Blue is I'm pretty sure that's the second color. So we'll have a blue dragon wyrmling, and this dragon wyrmling is going to have some minions that will be supporting him, and so we're going to have kobolds in the dungeon with him. So we will be exploring and dealing with kobolds and a dragon in this first adventure. Now, let's set the scene just a little bit. We are a group of adventurers who are conquering a fresh new land. We are going to move into a ruined village, a derelict town, and beneath the town, in the catacombs, we know that there is a dragon layering there with kobold minions who have been harassing the new settlement. And so before we can break out and explore this new continent that we have arrived on, we must first deal with the immediate threat of this dragon and his kobold minions. So we head down into the catacombs. Our fearless leader, Sir Holgar, is leading in the front. In the middle, we will have Hugi, his faithful and proficient sidekick. then in the back, we're going to have Alianora, our faithful cleric Swan May. Now, we do not have the light cantrip, so that means we need to be using torches. Alianora will hold the torch in the back. She can still cast her spell without the with one hand, and she can hold the torch in the other. We're going to open our book, our Dungeon Master's Guide, to Appendix N, which is on page 290 if you're following along at home. We'll try to keep the dice visible. Sometimes they kind of go off screen a little bit, and I apologize for that. We've got our time tracker here, so we know when we're going to be tracking our movement and our random monsters. If we hit random monsters, like I said in the intro, we don't have like a proper system yet for random monster checks. So for the first adventure only, we're going to use the minions of the dragon as a random encounter. So what it's going to lead us into is we don't want to bump into these guys because they're just going to be hostile to us. Like, they're just going to be fighting us, and we have to clear them out. So the less random encounters, the better for us, until we can uncover the secret of why the dragon is here in the first place. That's mission number 1. That's all we have to accomplish today. We don't need to destroy the dragon. We don't need to kill all of the kobolds, but we need to make sure we're finding out what it is that he's hiding. So let's get started. To do that, we need to generate a starting room in the dungeon. So that is a D10 roll. Here we go. Let's get going. That's a 2. So the first room in the dungeon, we're always going to start in the middle. It's a 20 by 20. There's a door on 2 walls and a passage on a 3rd wall. Okay, so we've got just a small little box right here in the middle. It's not perfectly in the middle, but it's good enough. Now, we're going to have a door going this way, a door going this way, and then we'll have a passage that leads up. And now, each of these squares is 10 feet, and we've explored with our torch for 5 squares. So what that means is every 20, since we're moving at a slow pace, because we're mapping the dungeon, they're slow, normal, and fast pace, we've already used up 1/4 of our first mark on the torch. Every 20 squares, we have to mark off our torch. We are going to be burning our torch just a little bit faster. Now, I say these doors are closed. We need to see, like, are they locked? So we check the door type. That's on 291. Easy peasy, 2d20 checks. The first one is 5. That tells us it's just a wooden door, it's open. And then we have a 3, another wooden door that's open. So, all right, let's get going. Let's move along. Let's see what's happening. Our team is trying to move as quietly as they can, but the problem is we are giving off a light source. We are shining brightly. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to give Hugi a chance to shine. We're going to let him sneak ahead on this path just a little bit using his dark vision and his stealth to see if he can find out what's in the room so we can get the drop on something. So my team's going to hang back here, and Hugi's going to go ahead. Looking at his abilities, his stealth, +3. Not great, but not terrible. All right, we have a 14 on the skill check. So let's see if we can get down and around on some things and figure out what's happening without anybody seeing us. All right, where does this path go? 6 tells us that it's going to go ahead for another 20 feet. And then there's a side passage on the right. And then it goes another 10 feet. All right. That's another 5. We're going to go down this way. 13, it goes 20 feet. That's 7. And then it's going to turn to the right. That's 8. 9. Okay. 10, 11, 12. Okay. There's no doors or side passages. It's just going down a long hallway. 1, it's going to do the same thing again. 1, 2, 3. That's 15 of the 20 before we have to mark our torch. 16. This is a chamber. We've hit our first chamber. Now, Hugi is being quiet. He is trying his best not to give away his position. We've got a 15. It's a 50 by 80. This thing is huge. We're just gonna open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now he's still mapping all the while the torch is burning back in room 1-1, which I will mark right now so we don't forget. Obviously this is, oh, put it 2 even though I said 1. This is room 1-1. Now, we need to see, are there other ways out of this room? 11 tells us that there's 2 ways out. The first one is on the wall opposite the entrance over here, and it is a door. We can put that one right here. The second one is on the wall to the right of the entrance, so that'll be over here. We can put that one. How about right here? Now, the first door is iron, but it's open. Okay, so we just got a metal door that's open, and then we've got a stone door that is unlocked. Okay, so we've got so far we haven't had to use our thieves tools to break into anything, but we're coming into room 1-2, and we get to here and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have to mark on the torch for the first time in the new campaign. And then yeah, okay, so then we still have to do it another time, and then one more, because this is just such a big room. We're gonna say that he gets all the way to the other side, sneaking along, but what is in this room with him? We have to roll a D100 to find out. You know what? I'm feeling my lucky green D100 here. Let's go. All right, 53. To know what 53 means, though, we do need to turn the page, just a couple of pages. 53 on page 296 tells us that it's a monster, a random monster with treasure. Now, we did say the random monsters were going to be the kobolds. So how many of them will there be? There'll be a D4. There are 3 kobolds in this room. Now, their passive perception. Let's go ahead. Now we're gonna need the kobold monster stat block, and I will put it up on the screen, and I'll keep it up here while we interact with them so you guys have an idea of what it is that's going on. All right, kobolds are here. Their armor class is 12. Let's see what their passive perception is. Passive perception is 8. Hugi is well hidden from them. He sees that this group of kobolds is in here, and they're guarding treasure. They might have some treasure on their pockets as well. So he's going to double back. He's going to let the team know, and we're going to move forward. All right. Now we're going to have our team. You know, we're not going to be able to get the drop on them, but we are going to come in guns blazing. So we double back, and as we light up our torch, or since we have a lit torch, we're not going to be able to get the drop on them, but we can get within combat range. So let's see how far away they are when they realize that we are trying to fight them. We're about 50 feet away from them, so they're over here. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so, you know, like we get to about middle way through the room when they realize that combat is upon them. So let's go ahead and roll for initiative, because we're going to clear out these little turds. There's 3 of them, there's 3 of us, and we want to get these dudes out of here. If we can keep one of them alive, maybe we can do some communication. Oh, you know what? I forgot to roll up the extra languages for these heroes. You know what? I was thinking one was going to be goblins. So you know what I'm going to say? We'll say that Alianora can speak Goblin, because that was one of my plans. I wanted to give her Goblin. Goblin and the motor tongue, which is the mother tongue. The common tongue. But for Sir Holgar's extra language, we're going to leave that one open, and we'll roll for it randomly later. So right now, we can't even communicate with these kobolds. Maybe until we get a spell scroll or something. So we're going to roll initiative. Our team is going to be green. Their team, how about this? Let's use these fun little light up dice to be their team. All right, here we go. All right, they got a 19 plus 2. We got a 16 plus 2. They are going to go first. They have slings. So the 3 of them are going to attack, and we're going to use a D3 to determine who it is that the attacks go against. It doesn't matter because the first one's only an 8 to hit, and that doesn't hit any of my team. Number 1 will be Sir Holgar, number 2 will be Hugi, and number 3 will be Alianora. It's just like the marching orders that we described already. Attack number 3. Again, doesn't matter, it's only a 2. Attack number 3. Oh, this one is a 17 against number 1. That is my main man, Sir Holgar, and that is a hit. A 17 is a hit against Sir Holgar. So they're going to do a D4 plus 2 damage against Sir Holgar for a total of 5 damage. Ouch! We are not happy with that. But, you know, we got to do what we got to do. Now it's our turn. They had a 20-foot range on that, so they had to move up a little bit to use their slings. Oh no, they had a 30 feet. But they still had to move up 20 feet, sorry. So when they moved up the 20 feet, that closed the gap for my team, and now we can get to them. So we're going to let Hugi go first. He is going to use his bonus action to help Sir Holgar with an advantage on his attack roll. And then Hugi is going to take his Warhammer, and he's a green guy, so he's going to roll this, and his Warhammer is plus 5 to hit against the Kobold. That is a 9 to hit against the Kobold, but that is not enough. Now Sir Holgar in red. Okay, we've got Sir Holgar in red with advantage, so 6 and 16. Very nice. Okay, so that is going to be a hit against one of the kobolds, and we're going to do a d8 plus 3 damage. That is 8 damage on the kobold. It is more than enough to kill him, slicing him in twain. And then we have Alianora, our priestess, our healer. She's going to cast Sacred Flame, and that means that the kobold needs to get a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. He makes it, he takes no damage. Now it goes to the top of the round, and the kobolds, there's 2 left. They are going to take out their daggers and try to attack. All right, here we go. We have a very poor attempt, a 10 on Alianora. Oh, it actually is enough, but here's the beauty. I can impose disadvantage on this attack. Oh, but they still hit because Sir Holgar can throw his shield in front of any ally that is struck that's not him. But the kobold is still able to hit Alianora for... Oh, let's keep it on the table here. For 1 plus a total of 2 damage, so she takes 3. That hurts her. She is at 8. Okay, and then we have one more kobold who is up. 6. Oh, again against Alianora. Oh, the poor thing. Oh, she takes 6 damage. She is at 2 now. This is not good. She is in a lot of pain. Okay. And now we are going to take our turn, and we are going to go with Hugi first. He's going to use his bonus action help to assist Sir Holgar, and then he is going to take his attack with the Warhammer. And since he has a bludgeoning weapon, he is going to try to strike to knock unconscious. That is going to do it with a d8 of damage. 3 plus his 3 is 6. He is able to knock out that kobold. The last kobold needs to make a wisdom saving throw, or it is going to run in terror. The DC is 10, so he decides to stick with it. His wisdom, his wisdom is -2. -2, he has an 8. He decides to flee. As he decides to flee, we're going to say his action is disengage. He's going to attempt to run away, and my team is going to allow that to happen. Now, we have successfully beaten 2 kobolds. That is 50 experience points. They each have some incidental personal treasure on them. We're going to roll that right now by rolling a D100 and using the treasure charts that you can find on page 136, and I think it goes all the way to like 140 something. There's a lot of treasure charts. But we're using individual treasure, challenge rating 0 to 4. We're going to roll a D100 2 times because we defeated 2 enemies. So let's go ahead and dump some of that out. All right. We have a 46 and a 62. Okay, both 46 is 4d6 silver, and then the 62 is 3d6 EP. So first let's roll up 4d6 silver pieces. All right, we have 7, 8, and 5 for a total of 13 silver. And we have the 3d6 EP. Let's go ahead and just roll these over here. We have 6 EP. Okay, and they were guarding a treasure hoard. So we roll a D100 for that, and we might get a magic item. The higher the better, but we got an 11, which means that we get 2d6 times 10. 2d6 10 gold piece gems. That's okay. We like gems. We like gold. So roll that up. We got 5 10-piece. We got 5 10-piece gems. These are not great. We got low on the numbers too, but let's say we roll a d12 here and we can see what kind of gems they are. A 12, they are turquoise. They're turquoise. So we found 5 turquoise that they were protecting these little dudes. We're already, 25% of the way through our level just from that one exchange. No, we're a third of the way. Yeah, like this is how you do it. So obviously we're keeping the numbers of interactions really low. We're only encountering like a D4 of kobolds, but if you had a party of 4 as a dungeon master, and each of these players is controlling an actual PC, not sidekicks like Alianora, who only has like a cantrip and 1 spell, you would see that this system is just fine. We're already seeing how it works at low levels. Just glancing ahead, you can see that we're talking like a massive amount of treasure here. I mean, like, this is insane. Wow, look at this gorgeous treasure here. This is crazy. If you hit 1 through 15 at the challenge rating this high, you're getting thousands of EP. You're getting thousands of gold, right? Over here, we're looking at there's only 3 options. So like either you roll really low and you get a bunch of gold, you roll in the medium, you get a bunch of gold and platinum, or you roll on the top half and you're getting thousands and thousands. Like this system will work just fine. This is individual treasure. Look at the treasure hoards. We're talking epic level items. This is going to be so fun to play. Rolling on magic table I and H, like you're going to be getting gear. So this works just fine. Now, we have an unconscious kobold that we cannot communicate with. So what I need to do is I need to roll randomly on the language chart to see if Sir Holgar happens to know kobold. Okay, so I found it. It's on page 123, and we are going to have standard languages. For the exotic ones, we're going to have to like do training for that. 12. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I thought there was a D20 list. Oh, it might be these 2. Sorry, reroll with the D8. Here we go. 8. Orc. He can speak the orc language. Okay, we'll write that in. All right, so we are unable to communicate. Okay, so we are unable to communicate. Now we need to continue on our journey. There must be a kobold leader or the actual dragon himself. So let's see. We're not going to be able to find the kobold leader if it's a random encounter, but we will be able to find him if it's a pet or an ally roll on the room encounter. So let's keep going. We've got to find out what it is that this dragon is here for. We're going to go back to Appendix A. And and we're going to continue on our journey. We are doing fine. We've already got so much treasure. We're feeling happy about it, but we must press forward. These rooms are unlocked, so let's go through this one. Beyond the door. We roll a d20 on the Beyond the Door chart on 291. 10 tells us that it is a chamber, right on the other side. So, the size of the chamber, 16. It's a big one. It's a circular one, 30-foot diameter. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it's kind of a tiny circle, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we've just got like a tiny little room here. This is where the curve is. So I'm just going to kind of rough hand it. We can fill that in a more beautiful way later. But how many ways in and out of this room are there? It says there's 2. So let's see if it makes sense. Natural 20 tells us that it's on the same wall as the entrance, but we really can't do that. Like, it's just not going to be very favorable for us. So we're going to put a door here because it's a circle. And then the other is on the wall to the right. So we have one there. Okay, and we'll just put one over here too. We have one to the right and over here. All right. Oh, but is it a door? It isn't. This one is a passageway. That's cool. That's cool. I'm into it. All right. So in room 1.3, what is inside? We're going to roll a D100. Again, guys, this is it. 89. Oh, hey, I'm having fun. This is actually really cool. Like, 5th edition it's missing some pieces that we had to fill in the blanks for, but I'm having a good time doing this. Let's see. 89 tells us it's an empty room with a dungeon hazard. Oh, no. Not a damn dungeon hazard. Come on, man. I don't want that. 12 is spider webs. Well, these are going to be thick spider webs that are going to take up time from our ability. We have to hack our way through. So, as we are hacking our way through, we must roll a random encounter. We have one. It's more kobolds. Another D4 kobolds. Maybe the one that got away just rolled up with some of his homies. He has 4 now in this tiny little room. So, our team is the red team. Their team will be the glow in the dark dice. Maybe we can win initiative this time. We do. With a natural 20 plus our 2, and they have an 18, we do win. Okay, so they come in, a big crowd of them, but we should be okay. We're going to start with a simple... Hugi is going to help. He's going to do some feinting, some juking here and here, trying to draw attention. And he's going to help Sir Holgar. But then he's going to smash with his warhammer on one of them. That is only an 11. Kobolds have an AC of 12. So that is not enough to beat these guys. And then, one thing we need to consider. Do they have pack tactics? Did I notice that earlier? Did I notice that? We don't want to mess them over on their abilities. Let's see. We have M's. Where are we at? It should be like right here. Kuatoa, Kraken. Here we go. Do these guys have? They do have pack tactics. I need to pay attention to that detail. That's a big one. That's a really big one. Okay, so they have pack tactics. Hugi is going to swing wide and miss on their AC of 12, but Sir Holgar is going to have an advantage on his attack. He will take the 15 to hit, and he will hit one of them, dealing enough damage to kill that kobold. That is another one down. Then Alianora. Oh, we forgot to rest. Oh, no. Oh, this is terrible news. All right, well, Alianora's got to heal herself because I forgot to rest. I was going to do that, but I forgot. Okay, so she's just going to heal herself for a total of 6, getting her health back up quite a bit to 8. She'll be able to survive at least one more attack. Oh, I can't believe I let that happen. That was such a lame thing to do. Should have rested. Forgot to do it. All right. So that was her turn. Everybody on my team went. They have 3 kobolds left, and they're going to start making attacks against my team again. So D3 according to marching orders. Oh, wow. We have an 18 to hit against Sir Holgar. That is a hit. He is going to take a D4 plus 2. He's going to take 4 damage. He's at 3. Oh my goodness. He is at 3. We're in a lot of trouble. The second kobold is a hard miss with only a 2. The third remaining kobold, 18 against Hugi. Or it's 22 against Hugi. Hugi takes 6 damage. Oh, everybody is in a lot of pain here. Everybody is. Okay. Now it's our team again. Sir Hugi is going to give advantage to Sir Holgar. And then he is going to attack one of the kobolds. We've got a massive strike. We needed that hit. For 6 total damage. That is enough to kill the kobold. That's the second one. They will be making a morale check. Sir Holgar is going to use his bonus action to heal himself using his second wind plus his level. For 2 hit. Oh man, I could have rolled any number but that. Well, all right. That would have been really nice to get any number but that. Okay, and then he's going to make an advantaged attack against one of the kobolds. Natural 20. Yes, indeed, sir. We're going to have 11 plus 3. That is enough to just destroy one of the last kobolds. And then Alianora, with her last turn, is going to make the kobold make a saving throw. He fails. He is going to take a D8. He takes 4 damage. He is still standing, but he is in a lot of pain. Now, the kobold's turn. He's going to try to make a morale check. He does make the morale check. He decides to stand and fight. Okay, and then it's going to take his turn. We've got a 7 plus 4 is an 11 against number 2. That's Hugi with a 12 AC. It's just enough to miss him. And then my team is going to go. We've got Hugi. Smashes the kobold. He's only got 1 hit point left. He takes 5 damage. We crush all 4 kobolds. Boom, boom, boom. That is huge. That is 100 XP. They're each worth 25. And then we go back to the random treasure because they all are carrying little sacks of coin. So let's see how much do they have on their possession. We're going to roll 4 times. 4 D100 rolls. This is how you do it. Every time you encounter something, you're kind of like, oh, I really hope I get some treasure. You know, like it's a kind of exciting. A little bit of gambling. Again, though, really bad roll. I wish I could stop rolling low. We got an 18, so that's 5d6 copper. Ugh, okay. Okay, oh, that's 20. And then 1 more. 26, that was an amazing roll. 26 copper pieces is not much, but it does add up. If you get enough of it, you know, you're going to get there. All right, that was roll number 1. We've got 77. That's pretty good. We have straight up gold this time. Straight up gold. Raw gold. Here we go. Okay, that's 9 gold on the second one. Okay. Then roll number 3. 3. Oh, come on, man. Copper. We've got 7, 10, 16 copper. Okay. And then the last roll. 68 gives us EP. For 10 EP. Okay. Hey, I'm into it. All right, so we've got a lot of silver, a lot of EP. We've gotten a lot of XP from fighting. We've got 59 gold. Yeah, not bad. We're close, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. All right, we need to keep moving. We rolled that there were spider webs here while we were chopping them away. After a fight, we always need to rest, and we're going to do that right now. We are going to rest for 1 hour. Now, that is 3 random monster checks while we rest. So, if we can get through that without bumping into something scary, we will receive the benefits of a short rest. No. 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 Okay, so we get through our short rest. We had to light up a new torch, but we are able to recover some hit points. We get 7, which puts us back to full for Sir Holgar. Yes, glad to see that. He needed it. He needed some. He needed his hit points back, and he's gonna get his second wind back. Now we have Hugi for 4. I don't remember if you actually get your Constitution modifier to that, so we're gonna say that he doesn't. For now, I'll look that up later. But if you guys know the answer, please leave a comment in the section below. That'll save me some time. And then we have Alianora, who's also gonna roll a D8. She got 8, so she's at full. Okay. We are ready to keep going. She still has her cure wound. No, she does not have her cure wounds. She used her cure wounds, but she has her cantrip. That is her usefulness now. We're gonna press on. Going back to Appendix A. We've got to be close now. We've got to be. Here we go. Where does this path lead? Let's find out. Roll a D20. We have a 10. It goes straight. Comes to a dead end. There's a 10% chance there's a secret door. No 0 on that. Okay, so we have a dead end. We need to double back to this door. Let's see. We've used 4. Okay. And then what's beyond the door? We roll a D20 on the beyond the door check, and we have another chamber. This chamber is a 9. It's a rectangle 20 by 30. Are there other ways in and out? 7 tells us that there is one, and it is a door that is located opposite of the entrance. Looks like we've got a nice little connector right there. Okay, this is room 1.4. What's inside? What have we found today? We're gonna roll a D100 to find out. Man, we are so close to leveling up, and we are getting drained on our abilities. We have a 6 encounter. That tells us it's the dominant inhabitant, but he's not in his treasure room. It is the dominant monster. He is not in his treasure room. Oh no. Yikes. Because he doesn't have his treasure. We said that the monster was going to be... We said in episode 0 where the monster is with the treasure, that's where the final confrontation happens. So this must be the leader of the Kobold army. Maybe like a Lieutenant Dark Fang. Because it doesn't have the treasure in there, so we know that this isn't the end. But it could be where we find out the information, because the dragon's not going to leave his hoard. That's too valuable for him. So the dragon is going to be guarding his treasure. He's not just going to like be wandering around. He's going to be sleeping on his treasure, like bathing in it, rolling around in it, like, you know. Yeah, so this is going to be the Kobold, the winged Kobold, the leader, and a number of normal kobolds with him. 3 normal kobolds and a winged kobold. But if we can knock out this kobold, let's see if the winged kobolds have common. If not, we'll take him back to town and we'll interrogate him. Oh, they all speak common. Oh, this is great news. He will have the answer. He is going to have the answer to what we're looking for, but we have to beat him in a fight first. He has pack tactics. Oh, I keep forgetting the pack tactics. They have pack tactics. Okay, well, all right. We're not gonna forget the pack tactics this time. They are gonna get their advantage on their attacks. We're not gonna forget. All right. So let's see who wins initiative on this battle. Come on, Sir Holgar. Don't let me down. Yes. Okay, so our team goes first. We're going to go with Hugi first. Hugi is going to go after one of the Kobold minions, and he is going to use his bonus action to support Sir Holgar with help. We have an 8 plus 5 is a total of 12. That is just enough. Oh, sorry, 8 plus 5 is 13. That is enough to hit the Kobold minion. We have a total of 7 damage. The first Kobold drops. Boom, done. Then we have Sir Holgar with advantage. He is going after the boss. Using the flat of his blade, he is going to try to knock it unconscious. That is a 16 plus 5 for a total of 21. We have 5 damage. That winged kobold is still standing. Alianora, she's going to make that kobold make a saving throw. 18, he makes it. Now, there are 2 winged kobolds. Oh, sorry, 1 winged kobold and 2 minor kobolds. The first minor one is going to make an advantaged attack against... That is plus 4. That is a 15 against Alianora. That is a hit. Oh, poor Alianora. She's so tiny. For 3 damage. She's at 8. The second, with advantage, pack tactics. Yes, that is a hit against... No. Against Sir Holgar. Oh, but he got healed up by his rest. Okay, it's not so bad. That is 4 damage. All right, and now the last attack is against Hugi, so we're going to make this with disadvantage, which means it'll just be a normal roll. That is a 2. It misses because Sir Holgar can use his reaction to throw his shield in front of an ally. So now the kobold, the winged kobold, did not get a hit. All right, we're going back to the top of the round. Hugi, again, bonus action, helping Holgar. 18. We have knocked out the winged kobold. The 2 remaining kobolds will need to make wisdom saving throws, or we'll just have them do 1 as a team. But now it's Sir Holgar's turn. With advantage, we have 16 plus 5 is 21. He is going to destroy the second kobold. There's 1 remaining. Alianora with her spell. It is going to have an 8. It will fail, and it will take 6 damage. That is enough to destroy the bright shining light of Modar, the goddess, the lady of protection, smashes down on the kobold, obliterating him. We have defeated them. Now, they are not guarding treasure, other than what they have personally on them. But now we have a prisoner. We can take him back to town. We can interrogate him and find out what it is that's been going on with these guys. And we can look up the numbers real quick and make sure that we did not just level up. I think it's really close if we didn't. Okay, so we get 75 from the kobolds, and then 50 from the winged kobold for a total of 125. That should do it. And then we get 4 checks on treasure. So 125, let's track that real quick. Okay, now let's roll up our treasure and get out of here. Guys, I had so much fun doing this with you. Like, I hope you guys can help me, like, with the little errors that I make, like the little rulings that I need help with. Please like and subscribe if you're into this kind of thing, because, like, I'm having fun. Let's roll up some treasure and get going. We have... That's a 91. Okay, 91. Yes, that's 3d6 gold. Okay, 13 gold for the first roll. We have roll number 2, 57. That is silver pieces, 46 silver. Okay, I'll take it. Every little bit adds up. And that is an amazing roll. That's 18. 18 silver. Okay, roll number 3. 92. 92 is just more raw gold. I love it. Love to see it. Another pretty solid roll. 8, 9, 10, 11. Another 11 gold. And then the last roll is 33, giving us more silver. Let's go. Okay, we got 13 silver. Okay, so this may or may not be enough to level us up. I don't know. We're going to check. I will add everything up. I will update you guys with a post in the community tab. What a fun time. I'm so glad to be back into our random generation, our solo play series. This is really, really cool. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.